All right. So there's this new thing Steam added. It's about your digital products, like your games, of course. And this is what I want to discuss. So there's this thing every time when you buy a game, on the bottom right, it says a purchase of a digital product grants a license for the product on Steam, right? So what technically means, I mean, we always knew this, right? Um, when you buy a digital game, you don't own it. You're just having the license to play it. You have the right to play it. And so some people are taking this out of hand, uh, being pissed about like, hey, like I got a big library on Steam and I got 4,000 games, 3,000 games, whatever the case may be. What basically means is that most Steam games have DRM, digital right management. And what that means is that there has to be some sort of, in my understanding, there has to be some sort of like internet connectivity to verify that the game is yours. Like you have the right to play it. Like for example, the Nuvu DRM would probably occasionally need some sort of internet connection time to time to verify that the game is yours by right, like by like digital right. Um, Stuff like that is kind of bullshit, but what can we do about that, right? um, there's one solution is that if you use GOG, what GOG is like a digital marketplace just like Steam, but it's DRM free. Like the games are technically yours. They give you the files. If the files are there, they're yours, right? But with Steam, it's kind of a different thing. It's like PlayStation and Xbox. You buy a digital product, you have the right to play it. It's not yours, but you just have a digital license to play it. I believe they added this because there was a new law in California. I could be so wrong, but it could be in California. There was like a lawsuit saying like Steam or maybe other digital markets have to display a message like this saying like a purchase of a digital product grants a license. So consumers are not swayed the wrong way. How do I feel about this? I mean, what took them so long to display a message like that, right? But when you make accounts and others like stuff like that, there's a TOS, like terms of service. Most people don't read it, but I bet you that there's like a little section that says this. But um, there's nothing much to do about. Hopefully, one day, like let's say if Steam shuts down, you'll lose all that shit. Like all your games are gone, gone. Depending if they're DRM free. Hopefully, if that ever comes to a time where Steam or anything like that shuts down, there'll be an alternative where we grant full downloads, like an offline downloader of our games or something like that, and the files are ours. But I don't know. Usually, it's up to the publisher that if they want their games to have DRM. Valve has their own DRM too, but that's a whole different case, I guess. It's the same thing. DRM ruins everything, but it kind of stops piracy. A lot of people online, I swear to God, a lot of people online are saying if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing, which is, I mean, they're not wrong, but what can you do? Hopefully, this doesn't evolve to a bigger thing, because all of us are like heading to a digital future, right? We are in the first generation of heading towards a digital future. You know, who knows how it's gonna be like in the next 20 years? By 20 years, I'm guessing that there's gonna be no physical media of games or movies at all within the next 20 years. We'll see. Cause in the past like year or so, there's a huge discussion about game ownership digitally because There was a huge topic of when the crew got delisted, it got taken, like revoked from the game library too. Even if you own a physical disc, the online servers are shut down. You can't do shit with it. Yeah, it's just that there's a new movement going on the website. It's called Stop Killing Games, which is a good movement. I highly suggest you guys support it. But other than that, that's all I have to talk about. Cheers.